You're not thinking multidimensional if you're not leveraging your team. Listen, yeah, commissions, from some of the agents as they're selling homes, that's fantastic. We absorb as team leaders the expense. We share the commissions, that's fantastic, but that is only one stream. There are streams out there. The type of model that I happen to be a part of allows for downlines. So not only I'm getting checks, not just from portions of commissions of homes that we and my agents sell, but from our downline, meaning the overall organization. As people come aboard and they put me down, my own agents come aboard, they put me down as a sponsor. So now it's not only the commissions that we're getting together, but it's their small contribution to the firm. Some is returned to me in the form of revenue share. There are so many different there's so many different models out there that offer additional streams of income. As a team leader, you probably know already. If you don't, if you're an aspiring team leader, you probably want to hook up with a title company and look into those sorts of title relationships. But leveraging multiple forms of income, if you're not investing, that is definitely something that should be at the forefront of your mind and very much on your radar. You are essentially doing that job already. You're in real estate, you're talking with your agents, you're solving problems, you're having the same conversations. Even if you don't have the time to go out and find the opportunities, if your team know that you are looking to invest, you're going to have a lot of opportunities right there. If the team know when they're out at an appointment that they need to bring opportunities to you and that this is not just a rundown home, that this is a potential investment opportunity, you can return back to them to take the listing and get paid that way. You can get the investment. So investing is another thing that you definitely should be doing. It fits right in with what you're doing in your day-to-day. One thing I will recommend is over-investing, and I don't mean purchasing homes. I mean investing in your business. It is crucial that you are daily investing in your business, that you are constantly looking for new sources, new tech. I've got a fantastic tech stack. I move things around sometimes. What worked for me last year isn't really performing this year, so we're going to pull that out. We're going to replace it with another company that's doing something similar. And we tweak things constantly to make sure that they're still working. We're still getting a return on our investment. But there's a habit of throwing money at problems. So when things are good, you've thrown money at some lead sources, some technology, and the return is coming in. As things start to turn, there gets a place, I think, where you kind of feel like maybe you're spending enough, and things are humming along, and that's great. And if you're growing, you're constantly putting more in. But there comes a point, I think, with a lot of team leaders where they turn the corner a little bit, and sales are not as great as they were, and things are not going quite as well. And a knee-jerk reaction a lot of times is just, I need more leads. Let me throw more money in it. Let me get more technology. Let me get more leads. There's, I think, a tendency, and we all do it all the time. I think we say to ourselves, I need to get back to the basics. Number one, yes. Get back to the basics. Where were you when you didn't have this money to throw at the problem? Because that's probably not your actual problem, is a lack of money at that point. It's getting back to the basics. And I think a better question is, why did you ever get away from the basics in the first place? Why are we constantly telling ourselves we need to get back to the basics? Why are we getting away from the basics in the first place? One of the things that is so big at my firm is something called Profit First, and that model, that is actually a book. But that model of doing business is something that I think the whole firm has embraced in their, the real wallet is a debit card system. And within that, something really, really cool. I don't know many successful realtors that have not had some tax problems at some point. That's just a fact of the matter. You're not in real estate if you haven't owed the IRS at some point. But the cool thing about what the real wallet allows is their partnership with a very particular bank that works according to the Profit First models, and that is to take out, the profit of the business first. Take out what you think the business should be making, and then run the business based on the money that you have allotted to invest in that business, not to keep dipping into the profit. So you can read the book for yourself, but one of the principles of that is how they set up the real wallet. So you can actually create buckets before you are paid, where a portion of your check will go into one bucket, 20% will go into one bucket for your taxes, and a certain percent for your savings, and a certain percent for something else, and and then it will filter in to you what your profit may be, or what you can divide it up however you want to, however you see fit. There's just so many different ways to go about leveraging the business that you are already doing on a day-to-day basis. So maybe try to come out of that one-dimensional thinking and look at all of the different things you need to be taking advantage of. And some of you probably already are, and maybe there's a tip in there that will help you as well. Listen, if you'd like a few more tips on that, just subscribe. If you want to know, if you have any more questions for me about that, just comment, reach out. I'd love to talk to you about some of the ways that you could be making some of that residual income, that mailbox money, as we like to call it.